I am the louder wheeler. My music is loud and emotional and intentionally imperfect. Um, Going through the songs, I hate calling them reaction videos. That just sounds so dumb. But this one, going through the songs and just want to like talk through where they came from and all that. Um, this one is called Paper, and it is about my brother passed away. I'm 44 now. I think he was 44 at the time, just a few years ago. Um, this is a tough one. This is one of the first ones that had lyrics to it, and my my son gave me a teaching moment on the way to school the morning of, and you'll hear this in the song, but the morning that it happened, I wanted to keep things as normal as possible because that's how I was processing certain things. And I was really trying to be, Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Don't Show Emotions, and all of that. And I was real, holding it all in. And we were driving to school, and I had my hand on the gear shifter, and I was taking both the kiddos to school. And my son reached over, and he doesn't know this, but he completely changed my life because I was trying to hold it in, and I was doing a really bad. I was doing a really bad job of it, and he reached over and he put his hand on my hand. He didn't say anything. He didn't even, it wasn't even a big deal. He just put his hand on my hand, and he was just telling me it's okay if you let it go. And he doesn't know the impact that moment had on me, because this was, like I said, this was one of the first songs that had lyrics to it. But it was because before that, I was trying to write cool lyrics, not write lyrics that was me like processing stuff or thinking through things or genuine. And that let me know it's okay. And I was stuck. I couldn't write lyrics for a lot of the songs that I had. And he let me know at 9 or 10 years old, however he was at the time, that it's okay. Just as the you say, it was dirt bikes and things like that. Just fucking send it. Let it rip. Anyway, I'm gonna play this. The first part of it. It's also a riff I've had written for 20 years or so. But the first part is my actual eulogy or whatever you call it during the service, and the 21 gun salute that he got. It's yeah. So I'm gonna play it, but that's what the first part is, and then after all the singing's over, the second person that's talking is his best friend talking also, but it's actually like the recording from the eulogies at the service, which is really, really cool. When I go through hard times, Tim was always the one that I called. I'd say, how did you get through X, Y, or Z, or whatever it was? They'd say the same thing every single time. What choice do you have? I have stuff to do. I have responsibilities that don't care that you're sad. I agree. One of the hardest things. I can't believe how clean I got it out. Boo-hoo. And there was like 800 people there. That sure seems impossible when it's you that we lost to. It's the best. Standing in disbelief, corner of the kitchen. Never feel that. Never forget. For somebody that doesn't feel emotions or like tries to hold them down, I literally felt everything. This is that part. Comforting. This little hand on my hand. It's okay to see you let it go. But I literally felt every emotion all at the same time. And then it would be just huge spikes up here. And then I would feel nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was wild. And and I was really trying to write a sad song. And you can hear the messages are sent, guess they burn up in the atmosphere. I was texting his phone. Just waiting for him to reply, and he never did. Trampoline, Nintendo, bike rides, simple at the time, complex and consuming now. Like paper straws on your teeth. I fucking hate how I went to Costco and I got a soda and I had paper straws and getting goosebumps thinking about my teeth touching paper straws. I fucking hate that feeling. And this is, a week after Tim had passed away. I fucking hate that feeling too. Does it get worse or does it get better? Oh, anyway, I was trying to write a sad song and it didn't feel right. Right, so the second part of the first verse, like, it needed to be something different. And then this part, it's almost inspirational. Guilty is familiar. That's one of those lines that, like, a Jimmy Eat World would have said, and I would have been like, yes! You got it. But this is more like inspiration because it literally changed my life. That part right there. I did the eulogy thing, but I was also one of the pallbearers, and I will never forget. I think it was 4 of us on each side, and it was a whatever type of service. He was a Phoenix police officer. So we all had our gloves on. You had to hold it a certain way. I don't remember how it was. And I think I was in the middle. So there's a dude in front of me, and then me, and then a guy from my brother's team or squad behind me, and then a guy behind him, or something like that. And we, went out of the chapel and to these glass doors, and the glass doors were open for us, and it was the first time I could see the hearse outside. And one of the many times that it kind of, the gravity of the whole thing and the reality of it kind of hit me. And I don't know that the guy behind me, purposely not saying his name, but I don't know that the guy behind me knew how much of an impact he had on my life. But I walking, man, a team of us carrying him, and we walked out, and I could see the hearse, and like my body stopped, and like I took a huge breath in, and I was just kind of holding my breath, right? If I could hold my breath in. The moment wouldn't keep going, because it's kind of, one of the last times. And his massive dude, he put his hand, he just grabbed my shoulder and like squeezed me. Again, it's just like my son. I don't think he knows how much of an impact, but it's, he just knew I couldn't do it. And he squeezed my shoulder, his big ass hands, and I knew I could do it. So that's what that is. We loaded you in for your last ride, because it was then me and some of the other family were in the SUV behind him. We had a police escort, so like a 30-mile drive. Didn't stop once, not at red lights, not at anything. Oh, it's just so surreal. And then put him in the ground right after that. But that was that's what that part's about. sign at the bottom of my stairs that says "Be Better." He just wrote it in Sharpie at the bottom of the stairs. It's been there 3 years now. Gave a new meaning to this life. Oh. Oh fuck yeah, it's real. That's my Uncle Corey also, or my Uncle Clark also talked. He said it hurts. It hurts because we loved him. So I'll keep that. Love.
I see Tim in the very back, pointing at me and mouthing the words, "Don't be you today, Andrew." Right? But I've always known what Tim meant by this phrase. It is better and always to give the best you can. It was always his way of motivating me to be better, and I will always love him for it. Till we meet again, my dear brother Tim. Till we meet again.